take me back, and where did this all start? What was the driver behind buying this? And then, because you got this thing and it had obviously plenty of issues. I've seen some pictures we're going to show you guys.
So pretty much it was more of a family legacy type of deal.
Okay.
My granddad has a Mustang, my dad has a Mustang, my uncles have Mustangs. So
yeah,
it's one of those things where I grew up into it. My first time being in a Mustang was being 2 years old in that Mustang right there behind us.
There you go.
With my dad. So
nice.
You know, it's one of those things where it's always been something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Have a Mustang, grew up in them, been around them for my whole life, and it's been inspiring. I always had this joke with my dad when I was younger, about 16 years old. Came home from school one time and I was riding with him. I wasn't old enough to have a Mustang yet. Then he told me, he was like, when you get older, you're probably gonna be with your homeboys and stuff and not even be in the Mustangs. I told him, I'll stick with you. I'm still here.
And he's stuck with the Mustang. All right. So I like this. So tell everybody, what is this and how long have you had it?
It's a 1984 Foxbody Mustang GT. I've had it for 2 years. Got it back in 2021.
All right, so you've done a lot of work in 2 years.
Yes, sir.
All right, I like that.
Dad.
I like that. So you talked about your dad. He's hiding behind the camera, so we're gonna we got Lil Tory and we got Big Tory. Come on in, man. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So obviously father and son combo, you know, I love that kind of stuff. If you've not heard it, the podcast, obviously I've got multiple father and son podcast episodes, but this is where it's all about. Like the dad, he did something, the son liked it, he carried it on, he keeps doing it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's gotta feel good.
It does. It's a great feeling, you know, and it's awesome to have a son to work on projects with. And grow up, because you see, you know, it's a lot of times you see where a father and son start on the project and it doesn't get finished.
Right.
So I'm just proud to be able to get this project finished with the son.
Yeah, that's right.
In good health and having fun and meeting you and all these great opportunities.
Awesome. That's awesome. And you got another beautiful 01 right behind us with some stuff done to that. Dad drove that today.
That's right.
So, you know, so this car, obviously, you guys did a lot to it. Why don't you grab that book and let's show everybody something. Because this car, I've seen some pictures. We're going to show you guys some pictures. This thing was ugly.
It was ugly.
I mean, it had been beat with the ugly stick pretty good, but you guys saw the potential.
Yes, sir.
Right? So check this out. I mean, it was what, 4, 5, 6 different colors?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's got a green hood. It's got black doors, blue other. I mean, it's everything.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, this is before.
So you kind of made this book, right, to commemorate the build.
Yes, sir.
And you were in and out of doing different stuff because you're in the military.
Yes, sir.
And so while you were away, your dad was helping work on it. You guys just kept that project going, which I love. Because like you said, if you just stop, sometimes you just never start back.
That's right. That's
right.
You lose interest and
you lose that momentum. So for you to go, have to go somewhere, and then him to keep coming on, you come back in town, and then you just keep rolling.
Yes, sir.
That's a big deal. I mean, there's probably a lot of guys that are veterans or whatever. Obviously, thank you for your service.
Yes, sir.
They're out there watching going, man, yeah, that's exactly right. It's that momentum. You lose it, and it's just like they sit behind the barn and wait for somebody like me to come pick them up.
I had an 86 GT T-top car, and he said it was charcoal gray, so he wanted to just carry that tradition on.
Yeah.
When I dropped my Fox body off and got that, he wanted the Fox body, so we said, okay.
So that's where you landed on the color.
Yes, sir.
That was an easy choice.
Yes, sir.
All right,
real easy.
So you guys did everything to this car, right?
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
engine-wise, what do we got in the engine here? I'll hold the book. Why don't you pop the hood for us and let's show them that engine. Because everybody always wants to see the engine, right?
We got a 347 stroker with the 185 AFR heads.
Okay.
I got it built not long ago, earlier this year, by Crab Engines. They done a terrific job. Everything, they've got a short block, and then me and my dad, we put everything else together when it got to the house.
Nice.
And your granddad.
Yeah, my granddad.
Nice.
My dad gave him the heads.
Yeah.
So, man, that is cool.
My dad has had a lot of hands in on it also.
Man,
he
fantastic.
come over while he was gone and helped me out, turn some wrenches and all. So
there's 3 generations working on the same Mustang.
Yes,
this one's not going anywhere. This one's got to stay around a while.
It's a family thing.
What kind of wheels you got here?
These are at-ons.
Okay.
Yes, sir. These are at-on wheels.
So obviously you've done paint, right? You've done wheels.
Yes, sir.
Interior-wise, what do we got going on?
These these actually, we got the halos. It was one of the things that I was looking at for a different type of look for the year. Since it's an 84, a lot of people think it's an 85 or 86.
Yeah.
And he actually found a perfect set to go into my car.
That's awesome. So you got an SVO wheel.
Yes, sir.
You got a tilt column. Nice. All right. I can like that. I can appreciate that. You got an aftermarket head unit.
Yes, sir.
And you got a Fox overhand. He's buckled up in the seatbelt. What's the story with that? Is that something special?
It's a story behind the Fox being in there. When my dad used to go to Fun Ford and things with my mom, they used to have a bear in his car when they would have the competitions and things. And when he would win, that was one of those like good looks for the car. So when we were in Foxtoberfest, my mom went in the store. She came back out. She was like, "I got you something," and then so it was the Fox. And then, long story short, I ended up winning the NPD Choice Award, and that was one of those things. So I keep him in here now.
Yeah,
he's a part of the car now.
I like that. What about exhaust? What kind of exhaust are you running?
I got a X-Pipe with Super 44 Flowmasters.
Okay, nice. Why don't you crank it up for us?
Right.
This thing sounds good. Dad, you can plug it in. Sounds good.
Shout out to your granddad.
Yeah, my granddad, he helped a lot with the whole project.
Nice.
Turned a lot of wrenches, you know, from front to back. My granddad had a lot of.
What's his name? Is he Tory also?
No, his name is Otis. He calls him Daddy-O. So
awesome.
He's done a lot of work to help me get to where I am today.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
What's some of the things you remember the most about this build?
Man, the most what I remember is just that day we went and picked it up. You know, it took we went and picked it up after I got off from work. I had to drive like 2 to 3 hours to get it. So by the time we got back home, it was midnight. And if we wouldn't have had a trailer that had a hitch on it, a winch, we wouldn't have been able to get the car. So it just so happened, and we were lucky enough to have a trailer that had a winch on it to be able to get it on there, because the car set down a hill in the driveway. So every other weekend or something, we trying to find something to do, go to, we ride, we go. So we've just been having a lot of good fun, good times. My dad, he has a 70 Fastback Mustang. So,
okay, nice.
So we're all getting together, riding somewhere.
I like that.
Meeting good people like you.
Hey man,
and
that's what this is all about.
We've been watching Foxtoberfest videos for forever with Foxbody FX.
There you go.
So just so happen we've been blessed enough to meet you and be able to make that trip to Foxtoberfest.
Man, that was a great trip. It was a fun show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Especially to win something. I didn't win nothing.
I really enjoyed it.
I won new friends.
It was a blessing for sure.
Lifetime friendship here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. What about suspension, brakes? Was there Cobra brakes on it, or?
That's those brakes and spindles and all came off. Well, the spindles came off a '98 Mustang.
Okay, nice.
But everything else came off. My brakes came off this car.
Okay.
I upgraded those.
Gotcha.
I kept them. Then just so happened I had them. And we put them on here.
Hey, that's what's great about the Mustangs. You know, especially '78 to '04, right? The full Fox chassis. You can do all kind of stuff. I mean, the interchangeability of parts is crazy.
It's crazy,
right? What about suspension-wise? What do you have on this?
You want to talk about it? It's pretty much factory with the I-back springs on it. You know what I mean? So
it's got a great stance. I figured I knew it was lowered. I just didn't know. I didn't pay attention if it was like static springs or you guys went with something else. Okay.
So it has a good
got
ride.
a good ride.
Yeah, it's smooth for sure.
I like it.
Sir.
That's awesome, man. Look, so you guys came all the way over. You drove what, 45 minutes to get here?
It took us a little over an hour.
A little over an hour to get to the meet.
Yes, sir.
So I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, anybody else you want to give a shout out to on the car?
I want to give a shout out to the dent guy and his crew. That's who done my paint job. Marvelous job. Everything that I gave a vision to them, and they put it into reality. Him and his crew. The owner is Corey Higginbottom. the dent guy. So I want to give a shout out to them because
Nice.
without them, it wouldn't look the way it does.
Yeah,
so.
dude, paint, man, that goes a long ways. You get
Yes,
a nice
sir.
paint job.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly right. And of course, Dad, you know,
Yeah,
and
my
Granddad.
dad, my granddad, my
you know.
mom.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
so.
It's a real family deal here if you guys
man.
haven't noticed.
It is.
Family.
She was gonna drive my other car, but she wasn't able to get off early enough, so
I got you.
so she was gonna come in. We were gonna definitely do the family thing. So we definitely want to give her a shout out for all
Nice.
her support. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
But
Couldn't do it without it.
These men toys, you know. But she has
is.
our backs on them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, my mom,
that's good.
she's played a real big part in the whole project too, because
Right.
she's actually the one that found the car to
Really?
send to us. Yeah. So
She found the ad and sent it to you.
She
Yes,
sent
sir.
it to us,
And then the day after we went and picked it up.
That's right. She's in the cars
That's
too,
awesome,
so
man.
Yeah.
so it's great to have a wife that's in the cars and
Oh, yeah.
stuff to help with all of it. So
Oh, yeah.
it's fun.
That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I got to say, like, the best thing about the car, obviously, I really like the color, but I'm really digging the windshield banner.
Yes, sir. It looks great. Yes, sir.
Hey.
I appreciate you giving it to me.
No, absolutely. If you don't hit the like button on this video, something's wrong. This is what family Mustang community is all about. And enjoy this one. I don't know why I said that. I'm gonna edit that part. Always the outro stuff, it's like, cut, we're done.